Hello and thanks for joining us. We are here in the Snake Pit at Peninsula High School. I am Maria Sorreo, here with my co-host Will Lupardas, and this is your first time in the pit, is it not?
My first time. You had to like sneak me down here. This
I
is
did.
A secret location.
It's a secret way to even get in here,
Peninsula
but
High
it's
School.
Very cool. Yes, very cool. The 4-1 Panther football team actually practices down here, and it's been quite amazing. They've had such a turnaround from 0-10 to 4-1 already this year.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
And this show, we're going to take a look at some of the players and the coaches and see what's been the result of this amazing turnaround.
The turnaround has been phenomenal. Yes, and many other things to talk about.
First up, though,
yes,
some of the biggest news in sports and some of the worst news in sports.
Yes.
The NBA lockout is still not resolved, and the commissioner, David Stern, has officially canceled the first 2 weeks of the NBA regular season. Now, there's a lot of issues at hand here. There's some major ones.
There are.
You have some questions about. I'm sure everybody else has questions about it.
You know, I do. My biggest one is, if the first 2 weeks are canceled, does that mean the first 2 weeks literally are canceled, then they just pick up on the third week's games, or?
The first 2 weeks of the regular season have disappeared now. Those games won't be made up. They won't be played. If we're lucky enough to get the season picked up at that 2 week mark,
okay,
the 2 week mark games
will be the first game.
Begin. Yeah. So games like Lakers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder was opening night. That's
right.
Lost. The Mavericks would get the Dallas Mavericks would get their championship rings against the Chicago Bulls opening night. It's all gone. It's all going to have to.
So they're going to have to wait for their rings for 2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks.
Maybe longer.
At least. Some people predict these differences they have, you know, financially. Could make the lockout last the entire year, and we may not have an NBA season this
Okay, let's talk about that, because I think it's difficult to understand. I know that the owners want a 50-50 split. The players were at 57, and now they're at 53.
The way it's been
they want
for
53.
About 10 years, the players, it's called a BRI.
Okay.
Basketball related revenue. Sorry, basketball related
income, right.
And that's ticket sales, TV sales, anything that it relates to the game of basketball.
Okay.
Players were getting 57%. The owner's share was about 43%. Now, of course, the owners would get other things like, you know, merchandising and concessions and things like that. Well, now the owners are saying, we're not making enough money. These players are making too much. We'll give you 50%. The players said, no, we want 53. Let's compromise. Let's meet in the middle. Nobody's budging, and that's why we're not going to have basketball.
Now, why do you think the players are not willing to go 50-50 and just call it a day and start the games?
Because they feel like they're the 300 or 400 best basketball players in the world. There can't be an NBA without them, so give us what we want. At least give us a little more. It's less than what we had,
right,
but we want more than what you're trying to give us. So they do have the leverage. They are the most talented athletes in the world, some people think.
Now, what's your feeling about them playing overseas? Obviously, you know, Kobe may go play in Italy. So I know Sasha Vujacic is already going to play somewhere else, I think Russia or somewhere. What is your feeling about them playing? Should they be doing nothing, or should they be playing somewhere?
Well, I think as an athlete, you're a young athlete, your career's not over.
Right.
You want to continue to work your body, at least get workouts.
Yeah.
Why not get paid for it? Audiences want to see these players play.
Right.
And it's not like it's a strike, it's a lockout. They're locked out.
Do they physically lock the door?
I think so. That's what happened in the NFL. They couldn't practice.
It's so weird.
So these guys can't use their facilities. If they want to play basketball with other pros,
they have to get together.
Europe, either if they're not playing in these charity games like they have
which some of them, LeBron just played in one, I believe.
There's been charity leagues in New York and LA where they'll go in a gym.
But that's not like real basketball. I mean, they're not really playing contact like they would in a regular game.
Not as physical. They're getting more of a workout, and they're entertaining some fans. But Europe is an option for these guys to play real competitive basketball.
And then what if they get hurt there? That's a chance you take, right?
There's insurance clauses in all those European contracts too, but that's always a risk, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to move on to some NFL news. Hopefully we'll have this basketball thing worked out by the end of the show, right?
Let's hope so. Yeah, about an hour we should have it all
We should have it figured out, yeah. All right, moving on to NFL. First, we want to send our condolences to all of the Raider fans for the passing of Al Davis. I have to tell you that all of the Raider players, former players that I've met, including Rod Martin and Joey Robinson, Howie Long, many of the guys, Willie Gault, always called him Mr. Davis, and they really loved Al. You know, and if you think about, you know, he's a controversial figure, he always has been, but he started when football started, you know, and he really changed the game.
Yeah, I think he was one of those owners, and he was a coach.
Right, he was everything.
He was a GM, he was one of those guys that really did every facet of the Oakland Raiders during his tenure.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of people loved him because he made decisions for the football team that the fans wanted to see.
Right.
He got guys that could run and guys that could hit hard and
older guys that guys didn't want anymore, teams didn't want anymore. He took them.
Yeah, he got Raider fans excited. So
he did.
He's missed sorely by them.
Yes, and yeah, I know that his son Mark will be taking over the team along with Amy Trask, and I think it looks like right now our friend Arash Markazi, I read the other day, said that they'll look for GM. So somewhere in this they'll look for GM, but as of right now, you know, things are kind of left in limbo. But you know, the players responded. They won in Houston. They were not supposed to win, so I really hope they can keep it going the rest of the season. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's a sad moment for the organization. And like you said, the team will be in limbo, but fortunately they're playing very well. So Raider fans have a lot to cheer about.
The silver and black, they're a tough team.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why I like them. Okay, let's stay in the AFC West because we have some interesting storylines, including Tim Tebow playing in Denver. He will be the starter. What is your opinion on that?
Well, the fans wanted to see
Tebow.
him out there.
Yeah.
And he didn't get the win, but he got fans really excited.
I love him.
And
because he goes out and he does this with the fans and he gets everybody going, you know, and the fans like that.
Right.
Fans are excited.
And he did a lot in college. He won a couple national championships in Florida.
He did.
I don't know what he can do in Denver. He's got a style that's a little bit different from a lot of the quarterbacks we've seen win Super Bowls. You know, like Brady and Peyton Manning. He doesn't seem to have that kind of style of throwing and offense, but the fans like him. I say give him a shot.
Me too.
Let him play the season, see what happens.
You know, all the Merrill Hodges of the world can sit there and say that he's a bad quarterback. Let him play first. If he's bad, they're going to boo him and they'll get Orton back in. You know, that's how football is.
He's a polarizing quarterback.
Exactly.
Love him or hate him.
Now, another story that we have to touch upon is the San Diego Chargers. Now, the San Diego Chargers are 4-1, but are they really a 4-1 team?
Well, they really are a 4-1
Well, they really are 4-1. I guess you are. Your record says you are, as I like to say. But are they really good? Are they good 4-1, or are they just barely making it?
Well, we'll see. I think they're going to be all right. I mean, they might be a playoff team because I don't think the AFC West is one of the stronger divisions.
Raiders are 3-2.
Yeah, I think it will come down to the Raiders and the Chargers. So we'll have a California AFC West,
which is always
showdown.
fun.
But yeah, 4-1 team. That's a nice start.
It's pretty good.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's going to be exciting, that's for sure. Now, the biggest surprises of the season, I think, so far, Detroit and Buffalo are actually really good. I actually saw Buffalo play the other day, and they're really good. This isn't just, I don't think this is just a, well, maybe they're just winning a few games.
I mean, Detroit's exciting to watch.
Very exciting.
And Buffalo beat New England, and New England is really, I think
they're
one
a
of the
good
better
team?
teams.
Of course they are. They're, of course, like one of the best teams.
Yeah, so getting beat by Buffalo, that just shows you Buffalo's got they've got some tricks up their sleeves. And Stevie Johnson.
Yeah, amazing.
Fred Jackson, the running back.
Very good.
And Fitzpatrick, where'd he come from?
I don't know. I don't know where he came from, but he's definitely there now.
And another surprise in the NFL is how badly the Philadelphia Eagles are doing, right?
The Jets and the Eagles, I think, are probably the biggest disappointments. I mean, I knew the second they said the Eagles were that dream team, they were in big trouble.
Yeah.
Big trouble.
LeBron James, Dwayne Wade could have told you, stay away from dream
Shouldn't
teams.
go there. Shouldn't go there. That's for sure. But you know what, they did, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah. I don't know. You know what? I'm a Cowboy fan, so no love lost between me and the Philadelphia Eagles. So there you go.
Well, there was no love ever had between you and the Philadelphia
You're right.
Eagles.
Never ever.
And people want Andy Reid out of there.
Because they're not winning. Because they're not. He's taking responsibility for it, but I don't know if it's all his fault. So, all right. When we come back, we are going to meet the 2011 Panther football team. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. 4-1. What is different this year?
Well, I'll tell you what, the kids are different. New group of kids came this year a little more prepared, a lot more prepared actually, mentally to play, physically to play. They did a tremendous job in the off-season program, working very hard, and that's reflected in this first 5 games that we've played.
You know, I know that for coaches, you always hope that each player gets it, and the light goes on.
Right.
What specifically happened with this team give me an example of some of the guys that you felt that happened with.
Well, Joey Agello, Chris Whitehead, these are the guys that kind of took charge in the off-season program, made sure guys were at the weight room doing what they needed to do in the off-season, and that's where the light went on. We have a lot of seniors this year, and they all kind of set a great example for the younger guys about what it takes to be committed to the weight room.
What was your biggest concern about having a new quarterback coming in?
Well, anytime you add new bodies to, especially that position, that you know, you need you just don't know what you're going to get. And Matt's done a great job. He has managed our offense great. We're not turning over the ball. He's doing a great job. He stepped in, took charge, and we never really looked back, so it was great.
Okay, and I see that you have a new Sebastian Janikowski type field goal kicker here. Talk about that kick the other night.
Oh, Tony Bumate, I'll tell you, it's a great weapon to have, and he has done a great job. He came from the soccer field and boy, kicked a magical kick the other night. What a great way to finish a game with 1 second left against South, and tie game. Couldn't ask for anything more. It's great when you have finishes like that. I'll tell you, this year the preseason has allowed us to be competitive, and these kids have battled for 4 quarters, and to have a guy that's been able to come in and kick a field goal like that is just magical for these kids. Great memory for them.
Absolutely. I've asked some of the guys, what do you learn the most from losing? As a coach, what do you learn the most from losing?
Humility. You learn, hey, you know what? At the high school level, you're going to lose. You got to keep perspective of this. This is a high school sport with high school kids, and you know, losing is never fun in this game because you invest so much emotionally into it. But you know what? You got to take lessons from it and just keep battling. What you learn is you can get up in the morning, come back again for another day, and keep fighting. And that's really what this program has been about over the last few years. You know, we haven't had a lot of success, and these kids are the result of it. They just keep getting up and keep battling and keep fighting and doing the best they can.
What is the biggest difference this year from last year?
I think the biggest difference is the work ethic of our seniors. You know, we have 19 seniors on the team as opposed to just 10 from last year, and they've really worked their tails off. They've done everything we've asked them to do in the off season, in the weight room, in the classroom, on the field, off the field. They've done a tremendous job leading this group that we have. So the seniors, I credit a lot of this success we're having to the seniors.
You have a new quarterback. How did that mesh in with the team?
You know, it worked out great. As soon as our old quarterback left, the new one stepped up, and practice immediately intensified. The vibe was a lot better around the team in the locker room, and the team kind of gelled together around him and around us as a team, and we became more of a team. And we started gelling. So the vibe was better, it was more positive out there, and it went over to the football field, because you can tell on the field we have a lot more energy out there, and we're winning some games.
Is that more of a personality kind of a thing, or?
I think it's a lot of personality and the guys rallying around him. The guys rallying around our quarterback now, Matt and Wally, picking him up as a senior. He's his first year starting. He's got 4 victories under his belt right now in his first 5 games, so he's doing a great job so far.
You know, I know that winning sort of cures a lot of the ills, but what's it been like for you guys so far winning this year?
You know, it's true what they say, winning solves all.
Yeah.
Everything happens, everything's better when you're winning.
Okay.
Practice seems a lot smoother. Things in the classroom are going better. I mean, everything is just a lot smoother. Everything's a lot better when you're winning football games. It's much easier.
Okay, when we talk about co-coaches, what specifically do you teach and that Kevin teaches that's different?
Well, I work with the offense and he works with the defense. Now when he's coaching the defense, he's the defensive coordinator, and I'm the defensive line coach. So I have a position. Now when I'm coaching the offense, I'm the offensive coordinator, and he coaches the defensive backs, or excuse me, the offensive backs. Okay. So we're helping each other out. When he's running the defense, I'm one of a position coach. When I'm running the offense, he's a position coach. So it's worked well so far. We're gelling. You know, he's the yin to the yang type thing. So it's working out.
We put a lot more work in this off season. We definitely have a lot more focus in practice, better senior leadership this year, just overall better work ethic. Okay,
Coach talked about that too. What kind of things specifically in the off season did you work on?
A lot more weightlifting, more conditioning, so we're not getting out physical or out conditioned. Definitely a lot more fun, a lot more rewarding throughout the season, and definitely makes us want to work a lot harder to keep winning.
I think our line's doing really good and our backs are really good, so that helps us out a lot. Yeah, just the leadership has brought us together, and the dedication of the seniors and everybody else.
I think it all started in the off season. Really, we had a really good off season weightlifting program that helped out a lot of people. Just coming into the season a lot stronger, and over summer just working hard conditioning that really helped us out to be able to play 4 quarters every game and get those kind of late game wins that we've been putting on. I think one thing that's majorly helped is the conditioning, just kind of that program. We've just been practicing harder. Okay. I think, you know, longer hours and just more time. Our off season program was a lot better with all the lifting that we did. So
it's definitely the senior leadership stepped up and instilling a the determination that he's got, the younger guys, that we have to play well every single time we get on the field.
Well, I think maybe the biggest difference is that this year we have a really good senior group. Like last year we only had about like 10 seniors, and this year we have like a big group of seniors who are really motivated, so that's probably the biggest difference.
Definitely this year we've had a big team effort. Like all the seniors have come together to like make sure that we're working as a team on and off the field.
Okay.
That's definitely the biggest part, I would say.
Well, I'm more focused in practice. We all do work in practice, work hard.
Okay.
Everything, we've basically broken everything down, simplified it, got it together. Our team dedication this year is pretty much, is pretty high up there. We have great leaders and great teammates on this team. But they're always there for each other, and we know one of us is down or something, we get on each other, pick each other up, keep going at it. It's great. I mean, just the feeling. Winning is great at any time, on any field. So
I think the seniors, we've really come together as a group, and we've really just sick of losing.
Okay.
And we've really worked hard and put the work in this summer to become a successful team.
I've learned that you need to play with your heart out. Like, just don't give up, never give up, even if it seems like it's going to be really hard.
The seniors have really stepped up this year, and we're working hard to get the tradition of winning back at Peninsula.
Okay. When you lose a lot, what do you think you learn most from that?
It's tough. It's really hard on your body, and especially when you lose. The football's a terrible sport to lose in a game.
Did you feel like you were more determined than ever to come back and turn this around? Or?
Oh, absolutely. It's your senior year. You got to have a good time. You got to go out the blast.
When we won that first game, I felt like we're going to turn this team around,
I would say it's the leadership of the seniors this year.
Okay.
We take a lot more charge, and we just work a lot harder.
Well, this year we worked a lot harder in off-season in the weight room, and we got in better shape, and I think that's a big difference for sure.
Probably the conditioning and just this team has more heart, pretty sure.
Okay, it's interesting you say that, because a lot of guys are talking about what you did in the off season physically. What do you think you did mentally in the off season that's different?
Focuses on the season coming up, and we went in a lot of weight room.
Okay.
Which helped a lot, and passing league, which.
And what kind of things do you do in that?
Yeah, you just verse other teams.
Okay.
7-on-7, and you just get better.
Just to work hard in the off season, and that it pays off during the season next year.
We've worked hard, like off season, and a lot more people cared about it.
Okay.
And it showed character, and I guess they wanted it more than last year.
I would say the biggest change has been our group of seniors. I mean, we've put in the work, and everyone's wants to be here. I would say that was the biggest difference between the last couple of years. Last year we didn't have a lot of seniors, and the year before we didn't have a lot of leadership in that seniors. This year, seniors want it, so everyone's taking in what we're doing.
You have obviously had to step up in your position as well. Was that scary? Were you ready for it? How did that work?
Well, I knew that our quarterback was going to be leaving last year, so I was kind of prepared for it, but it's still a big change from last year. I mean, I was backup quarterback last year, and I was expecting to play receiver until right before summer started, but it's been good. It's been a lot of fun.
Definitely working so much harder as a lineman, and just the whole team, like, they've all stepped up the leadership, and I could really see that.
Well, I think it's the senior class. They're really trying hard. We stayed in shape in the offseason. We worked our butts off, and I think it's paying off this season.
Okay.
I agree. We just worked a lot harder than we did the past years that we didn't do good. And it just kept our hopes up and just started get better.
Okay. What do you guys think you learned the most from losing?
Well, I think it's the feeling. Once you get that feeling, you don't want it again. And you just want to try hard till you start to win. And that's what we did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling to lose, and just want to win.
Well, Coach Boyd coaches offense and Coach Moen coaches the defense, so you get the best of both worlds, I guess.
They're both really good coaches. Adam Boyd is the offensive coach, and Moen is the defensive coach, so they have their things.
Okay.
And they're just really good coaches.
They both have kind of different styles. Like, I mean, Coach Boyd is always making sure you're doing what you're supposed to do, and that's great because you need that. And then Coach Moen is always kind of there just he's a really good coach with technique. So I mean, yeah, it works together pretty well though.
Boyd is a little more of a tougher coach, and Coach Moen is a little like He's more talkative in a way, almost.
Okay.
And like kind of a good cop, bad cop kind of thing. So it works well together, yeah.
Okay.
And it gets the job done. That's good.
That's
yeah,
good.
Great coaches.
Yeah.
Well, Coach Boyd's the offensive coach, and he's a little more like, if you mess up, he's going to get you right away. But Coach Moen just expects it right away. But if you really mess up, then he'll really get mad. It takes more to get him mad than Coach Boyd.
Coach Moen's more kind of just like, he's a calmer guy. He's going to tell you what's wrong, tell you how to fix it. Boyd's a little more energetic. He's gonna scream and yell when you do well, and scream and yell when you do bad. So.
Okay.
Moen's more laid back. He's more of a quiet guy. Well, Boyd isn't scared to yell at you a little bit.
Yeah.
Coach Boyd and Coach Moen, they work with each other, but in different. It's hard to explain.
Okay.
I mean, one is more on the good side, one's more on the bad side. You know, they kind of tag team with each other.
Okay.
If one doesn't see something, the other does. So it works well.
Coach Boyd is more of like a energetic and more intense coach.
He's not a quiet guy, is he? Okay.
He's pretty loud.
Yeah, and then
Coach Moen is more calm and more just good job, and we'll fix it when you do something bad.
To me, Coach Boyd's more of like the offensive guy. He'll teach you do everything offense. He helps D-line, but Coach Moen's more of the defensive kind of team coach.
Okay.
Gets fired up.
Okay.
A lot calmer than Coach Boyd.
Coach Moen is he's more intense.
Okay.
I think he focuses more on the little things.
Okay.
And Coach Boyd is definitely a bigger picture type guy.
Well, I learned actually a lot from both of them. I mean, Boyd's our offensive coach and Moen's our defensive coach, but Moen is one of our quarterback coaches with Coach Alex.
Mm-hmm.
So I work I work a lot with both of them. When I go in and just watch films, I watch with Boyd, and then I get a pretty equal amount of coaching from both of them, so it's a good experience.
I would say Coach Boyd, he's more of a aggressive kind of coach, and like Coach Moen, he's like more quiet, and when he comes speaks to you, and like a little more subtle.
Okay.
I would have to say I don't have a favorite NFL team, but I like watching Florida, University of Florida.
Probably it's Saints.
Cowboys. Arizona Wildcats.
Okay, why is that?
My brother went there.
I like the Steelers.
Okay.
Because that's where my dad's from.
Pro team is Raiders.
Okay.
And college is UCLA.
Nice.
UCLA Bruins.
For college, I like Oregon and ASU. I like the Raiders in San Francisco.
My favorite football team is Oakland Raiders.
UCLA, big, and not big on pro, but I like the Patriots. The Chargers, definitely.
I love USC football.
I'm a 49ers fan.
I like the Ravens.
I like USC, and I like the Chargers.
College is USC and pro is Raiders.
College team USC and NFL Saints.
The Oregon Ducks.
I like USC Trojans.
I'm an Oakland Raider fan.
College team, the Florida Gators, and a pro team, the Atlanta Falcons.
Pasta. Probably Subway.
I'd say definitely Subway. Subway or In-N-Out. I get the chicken bacon ranch. Then if I go to In-N-Out, I always get a 4x4.
Steak and maybe some maybe a banana and some rice.
Probably like pasta or steak, something healthy for you. Pasta. It'd have to be pasta.
Probably vitamin water.
That's it?
Yeah.
No food?
No, I don't really eat that much before a game.
Wow. Do you eat after the game?
Yeah, definitely.
And what? What would it be?
In-N-Out.
Subway. We got a Subway sandwich.
And which $5 footlong would it be?
Oh, it's not a $5 one, but it's a turkey with pepperoni.
Peanut butter jelly, banana, water. Just get prepared.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
A nice pasta.
I like lasagna with some salad.
Macaroni and cheese and chicken tenders from Pavilions.
Subway sandwich, so it's been working.
I like Mexican food.
I like the BMT.
Definitely pasta and cereal.
Spaghetti pasta.
Just a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Gosh, that's very popular.
A fish burrito.
Okay. And Will, what would your favorite pregame meal be?
Well, when it's not a $5 footlong sandwich from Subway and pasta, it's usually the cookies and the yogurt at the stadium.
The Diet Coke for me, that's for sure. Yeah. Thanks to the Peninsula Panther football team, and wish them continued success. 4-1 is just such a great start.
Yeah, these kids are really working hard. I think they're going to have a good season.
I think they are as well. All right, now on our next show, we are going to meet a big league pitcher who truly deserves the Roberto Clemente Award, and it's a great story, so you're going to want to tune in for that, for sure.
Yeah, curious to see who this big league pitcher might be.
I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to tune in.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. And did you get that NBA thing worked out yet? Or
I got to check my phone. Stern.
He's got you on speed dial, though, right?
Commissioner Stern's probably calling me right now. Yeah.
All right.
So we got to go.
Okay, and next time we'll talk more NFL football, of course, and the NBA, and all the rest of it. I'm Maria Sorrell for Will Lupartis. We will see you next time.